Hi, welcome to my channel, Takaya Kitaro. Today is August 8th, 2025. Today is Friday, August 8th, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, I would like to make this short and quick, but we'll see what happens. So, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards. I'm getting that one song again, Through the Fire and the Flames, right? And on a go winter morning, through the darkness for the light, in flames our destiny generating, we ride towards the fight, right? Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force. I should actually listen to that song. And she's right there, so she's fine. And then I was also the one phrase kept coming up. I'm gonna gear up and take you down, from K-pop Demon Hunters. That's a good movie, by the way. The songs in that movie are pretty bomb. All right. Even the Idol song is pretty good. But aside from that, so that's what I kept hearing. I'm gonna gear up and take you down. I was like, I'm gonna gear up and take you down. And then that one song, Dragon Force, Through the Fire and the Flames. That one is also about like fighting on for the shield through the wastelands evermore. It's basically like fighting on, keep going. In flames our death's eternal reign, we ride towards the fight. Right? So I don't know. I feel like you're gonna have to like put on your fighting boots. Alright, because, and I really don't like to use terms like this, but I feel like spiritually it's time to put hands and feet on someone or some people. Okay, spiritually. Physically, the most you would have to do is just stand your ground, voice your yeses, voice your nos, you know, make your boundaries clear, okay? Physically, vocally, verbally. But spiritually, it's really, like, it's on and popping spiritually. Okay? Like, you really have to, like, I'm gonna gear up and take you down. Okay? Let me see the Through the Fire and the Flames. I really want to listen to that song now. And then there's like a really mean guitar riff. Oof, it's so good. It feels like it's going on forever too. Alright, do the... I talked about this song like a couple weeks ago too in one of my readings. Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force. The song came out in 2005. So now we fly ever free. We're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness our quest carries on. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight. Deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away we wait for the day. For the lives also wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. Yeah, so I don't know, there's something like a battle, the ending of something, the closing of a chapter, closing of a book, whatever it is, but it's like, you know, and the ending of a movie or the wrapping up of a series or like the last episode of the series. It's all that chaotic energy, right? That's surrounding like the main characters. It's that you have a lot of chaotic energy being thrown at you. Okay, thank you. Finally, I just had to like organize it. That's what's going on. Okay, you have a lot of chaotic energy being thrown at you, to mess with you, to bother you, but you got to keep pushing through this. You got to keep going. All right. And in yesterday's reading, one of the cards that came out, it said, keep going, you're almost there. All right. And I feel like because of where you are in your journey, you're gonna have a lot of people bombarding you with negativity, chaotic energy, projection, and so on and so forth. All right. It's because you're at a very important part in your story. So it's kind of like you're almost there, so the enemy would be doing the most to try and like drag you back, essentially, to hell. Okay? Okay. Fighting on through the street, through the wastelands evermore. The scattered souls will feel the hell's body wasted on the shore. That's a really good song. But be mindful of the volume when you're listening to that song, okay? I'm telling you, there's a mean guitar solo riff in that. It's nice. My ear itches. Alright, so yeah. So now, and I'm also getting like you have permission, like you have the authority to fight back. And whatever way you feel like it's justified. Because this is being thrown at you. This is being projected onto you. This is being done to you, alright? But don't just go be hitting people, right? Don't do that. First of all, don't hit anybody at all, right? Because there's something about you needing to keep your cool demeanor, alright? Somebody wants you to put hands on them in the physical, right? Because it's going to have a adverse reaction for you. It's going to, like, do more damage for you. Because then you have to go to court, and then, you know, you get in charge with, what is it? Assault. Okay? So don't do that. Spiritually, it's a whole different ball game. Okay? Spiritually, you got this. You can do it. Right? If you got to beat a couple people up in the spiritual, go ahead and do that. Alright? I feel like I've been beating people up for, like, months. Okay? And yelling at people and just boop, boop, boop. Right? But in the physical, that's not necessary. You don't really have to. Alright. Let the laws, ritual. CCTVs, you know. Whatever. Okay?
I got a present!
Woohoo! Alright. Fighting on through the streets, through the wastelands evermore. Oh my god, now that part is stuck in my head. The scattered souls will feel the hell bodies wasted on the shores. On the blackest plains and hell's domains, we watch them as they go. In fire and pain, now once again we know. And then it goes, now we fly ever free. We're free before the thunderstorm. So you got a bunch of people that are essentially stuck in their own... Thank you. My lights flickered. You got a bunch of people that are stuck in their own hell. And like I just said, they're trying to drag you back with them. You're not. You're literally... You've been gripped from perdition. And raised above. Alright? So that's what's going on. You got a bunch of people that want to drag you back. I'm also getting the movie title, not the movie itself, but the movie title, Drag Me Back to Hell. It was like one of those old cheesy, corny movies that are supposed to be like super scary and things like that. But it actually, I do think that movie did teach a lesson, okay? But I'm getting that title, Drag Me Back to Hell. I think it was the girl, she did an injustice to somebody, and she ended up getting dragged to hell. Right? I gotta watch that movie. Because somebody could be trying to do an injustice to you, or they did an injustice to you, and they're reaping the consequences, thinking that they were going to get leniencies, but they're now living in hell. They're being dragged in hell, blah, 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 whatever. So it could be that person, somebody that's trying to like drag you with them. Somebody is also saying, see, it was justified. It was justified. See. Like somebody's like trying to prove that what they did was justified, but it's not. Ooh, I am sweating. Journey. Yep. Sounds about right. You're on a journey, okay? Only you can be on this journey. It's like a one-man show, one-woman show when it comes to your spiritual journey, right? It's just you and your naked self. It's just you exposed and vulnerable. All your secrets, your desires, your nakedness, your wants, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. It's that. Those are things that cannot be not seen by the Most High God. Just so you know, right? Even as depraved as it is, that's also being seen, right? As weightless and selfless it is, that's being seen. It's all being seen. All right, I just have to say that. So you do need to be mindful of the desires that you want and that you crave, because it's being seen. Okay? So if that's your desire is to harm someone, that's being seen. We have journey. Daughters of our mothers, walkers of the unknown. Take with you on this journey all that you own, which is yourself. Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your skin, your hair, your ideas, your values, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Not materials, not earthly things. Okay? It's all of you. That's the journey. Right? And a lot of those things you have to filter out. Right? You have to also, within this journey, there's something about this journey of yours that you have to, this is a want, this is a need. This is a want, this is a need. That is a desire. That is a wish. That is, you have to filter out all those things. That's part of the journey. That's just like a side note, okay? So yeah, journey. Okay, it's just you and yourself. And I feel like you made it, you did it, you got out. But now you have this weird energy that's trying to pull you back. I feel like I'm already over this reading. I'm not gonna lie. I'm no longer interested in this reading. But we're here, so I'm gonna try and keep going. Gosh. We'll see what happens. The only reason why I'm not interested in this reading anymore is because I feel like, well, I shouldn't say that. I feel like it's like self-explanatory. Because I feel like what I'm about to say from now on is a lot of common sense, but common sense isn't so common. So I will continue. Okay. Ritual again. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, those whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever, listen, whatever, let me put it like this. Whatever it is that you're doing, collective, on a day-to-day, second-to-second, minute-to-minute, hour-by-hour, month-to-month, week-to-week basis, whatever it is that you're doing. You hear the sirens in the background? I just seen 1414. So whatever it is that you're doing, right, it's essentially giving your ancestors and spirits that are on your side, it's giving them access to you. It's like somehow you've done something where now everyone has access to you, like your whole team, okay, your whole team has access to you. It's kind of like you reversed access from karmics to you to access to your team to you. Okay, it's like you were giving the wrong group of people access to you, and that's probably why you were experiencing a lot of stagnancy, a lot of delays, a lot of I'm hearing the word culture shock. I feel like if I tap into that, though, I'm gonna be real satisfied with what comes out, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to divert from the entire reading. Even though I'm not really interested in this reading, I'm gonna do it anyways. So whatever that you're doing, you're giving them access to you, which is good, all right, because that's just giving you more protection, more awareness. They're able to communicate with you better, stronger, more often, okay? So that's good. So whatever you're doing on a day-to-day basis for your protection, whatever it is that you're doing on a, like, as a ritual, right? A ritual could even be like waking up every morning at 7:05 on the dot, right? You wake up at 7:05 on the dot every morning, and the first thing you do is pray. That's a ritual right there, okay? So if you're doing that, keep doing that, all right? I'm not gonna go through all the scenarios because I'm not. But that's a ritual right there. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because it's allowing you access. And so essentially, the more access you give to your ancestors, your spirits of the highest white light, it's essentially giving you the freedom, because you're able to see and hear and understand and sense, right? The more dangers there are, right? And it's allowing you to actually keep going on your journey. And you're I feel like a lot of this is also realizing that, yeah, I see you burning in hell, and I may feel some type of way. I may feel sad by that. I may feel pity and empathy, but that's your hell. You have to bring yourself up out of that. Just like you did, Collective. They too have to do the same. And if they don't want to, that's not your judgment call to make. All right? So I feel like a lot of this is also having to turn your back on people that are burning, and I know this is really dark, that are burning in HELL hockey sticks, saying help me, and you can't, because I feel like what they want to do is they want to like scratch up your back, or like put knives in your back, or like dig deep in your back. I'm seeing like a really messed up back with like from like claws or something. That's what they want to do to you. Don't give them that access. All right. That's it. That's all there is on that. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it, because it's working. All right, you're doing something. Whatever it is that you're doing, don't stop. Don't stop. All right, keep going. And this is the second time I've seen ritual. Candle magic. So someone is doing candle magic. I knew it. Someone is throwing chaos magic at you, and they're doing a lot of candle magic. They could be using. That's funny. I was gonna say they could be using black candles, and as I looked at my black candle was out. Hold on one second. Dang, man. So someone could be using black candles in a very, very negative, toxic, black magic, horrendous kind of way, right? To summon and all that stuff like that. But that's all like spiritual stuff, you know. They're trying to use spiritual things to manifest for you in a negative way, and to be honest with you, it's really not going to work. All right, especially if you outrank this person spiritually, it's not going to amount to much physically for you. So that could be the person that's saying help me, trying to get you to change your mind and help them. And no, does it look like she's turning around anytime soon? No, she's not. What was it? Oh, I took away. Oh, yeah. Oh, I took away the card. Oh, it wasn't even out anyways. Never mind. So, candle magic in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Speak your breath into its velvet. Recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. So, someone is trying to summon something, or if they summon something, it's like attacking them. It's like a rabid dog, right? This is like, put it like this. This is like somebody who's just like grabbed a random dog off the street and wanted to make it its pet, and the pet doesn't know that person, so now that pet is like biting back and scratching and barking at them, because who are you, sir, ma'am? Why did you take me? Why are you bothering me? Who are you? I don't know you. I'm not gonna. And this person's trying to be like sick 'em towards you, but the dog's like, who? I don't even know who you are. You think I'm gonna listen to you? So whatever this person conjured up, whatever they're talking to, whatever, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, okay? Because you're gonna conjure something up and you don't even know how to handle it. Okay, that's what they could be doing with the black candles. But again, that's nothing to really worry about because it doesn't matter. Okay, because in a spiritual, you're good. Living your life like it's golden, golden. Living your life like it's golden. Alright? So you're good, you're fine. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. It's working, it's doing something. It could even be drinking a cup of water every day okay? If that's something new for you, you're doing it. Whatever it is, keep doing it. Because somebody's really trying to throw chaos magic at you. They want to see the worst because you know that they are in hell, right? And you're not helping them because that's not your job. You're not the one who calls judgment on who can leave and who can stay in hell. Like, that's not, right? Do I look like I have G-O-D on my forehead? No. Alright. I'm gonna get like 4 to 6. I'll get 4 to 6 cards. Journey reverse. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Because we got Journey out here twice. This is you. You're going on a journey and someone's stuck. They can't go anywhere. This is who's throwing the chaos magic. Whoever's throwing the chaos magic at you, it's because they can't go anywhere. They're stuck in their own hell. This could be a masculine attacking a feminine energy. Okay? Only because there's a feminine in this card and she's going. And then this masculine, you see, it's a masculine and he's stuck. He can't go anywhere. Where are you going? You can't go nowhere. Sorry, the ticket is expired. Sorry, we don't accept this kind of currency. Sorry, you can't go past this. You can't collect can't collect $200, whatever, right? Daughters of our mother. So this could be a divine feminine. So you have a toxic masculine trying to stop a divine feminine or divine feminines in general, right? Divine feminines as a whole. Divine mothers. Huh. I love it when it's like that because it's just so interesting to me. I love a good puzzle. Alright? Now I'm interested. Oh. Alright. You know, it's so funny because now I'm getting a toxic masculine fathers. Alright, so this could be like a, hypothetically speaking, for the sake of the reading, okay, this could be a toxic masculine father figure going after a divine mother. Okay? Now, take it how it resonates, but you could be a divine masculine and this divine mother energy. Like, you can be tapping into your nurturing, because we all have both energies within us, right? And as a human, you have to know when to access those energies, okay? Like, if you're a tough, big man and you're holding a little soft baby, you're gonna have to be very gentle. You're gonna have to tap into that divine feminine energy and be very gentle. And you know, if it needs a diaper change its diaper, give it a bath. You have to be very gentle, very caring, okay? You can't be like, oh, what do you mean? Right?
Oh,
right? As for like, if you're a divine feminine, right, you need to sometimes tap into that divine masculine energy, like where you're gonna have to, like, if something's happening, you're gonna have to, like, protect your babies, right? Take action. Like, that masculine energy is like action, movement, taking, you know, how can I, that's the idea, right? How can I protect my babies, right? That's more divine masculine energy. So as a human, you have to know how to tap into those when necessary. So the reason why I'm saying that is because even though the card is a woman, you could be a divine masculine, right? And you've tapped in, you've balanced out your feminine energy within, right? And this could be a karmic feminine, all right, attacking a divine masculine. So take it how it resonates, okay? But I'm going to keep going and say this is a divine feminine being attacked by a toxic masculine father figure, okay? And you could be this divine mother, all right? But again, take it how it resonates. So that's that. All right. Also, go buy my book. All right. What else? Bless you.
No, that's my cough.
Oh, okay. That's your cough. Oh, wow. Official person reverse. Yeah, this card came out yesterday too. So there's an official person reverse that's stuck and they're trying to get in the way of your journey. Yeah, I do believe, I do declare this is a toxic masculine energy we are dealing with. I feel like this man who's stuck, I keep getting that. This is someone who cares about their reputation. They swear there's something about their reputation. They're like a big fat flop. Alright? Because now I'm getting like this karmic toxic masculine father figure who's stuck, who's not going anywhere. They're trying to block you. Right? And it's crazy because who are you to block the collective? Obviously I know this is going to sound really mean, but obviously you're a nobody. You're not even an official person. You're an official person reverse. What title do you have? You don't have a title. This could also be somebody who got fired from their job. So let's say they made it to being a police officer. They got fired from being a police officer. They still haven't handed in their uniform, their badge, their gun. They haven't handed in none of that stuff yet. And you got to hand it in. Hello, you got to hand it in. Come on, you got to hand it in, right? And they're being hounded, but they're still keeping on to the uniform and stuff like that. I feel like because they want to do something with that. They want to still pretend that they're the police officer, or they're this official person, or they're like the general manager, or they're like the boss, or they're like whatever rank that they had out here in the physical. They did nothing with it. So they lost it. But they want to be seen still as that title. Okay? And I'm getting someone who doesn't want to hand in their uniform. They don't want to hand in their uniform. Okay? This is somebody, and I feel like the reason why they don't want to hand in their uniform is because they're going to try and use, let's say this is a corrupt police officer that got fired from their job. They're going to do something because they're still having that uniform. They're going to try and come towards you or do something dressed as a police officer. When they're not a police officer still, they're going to pretend that they still are, and they can do that, right? They can give the illusion that they are because they still have all the gear. All right? So this is someone that's trying to come for you. That's why I'm going to gear up and take you down. Okay?
I'm going to take you down.
That's right. So that's why you have to be prepared. Spiritually prepare yourself. Because whatever they're trying to do in the physical, it's not going to amount to anything. And this person's an idiot. This is an idiot man. I'm getting idiot sandwich. This is like an idiot sandwich. Alright, so that's that, right? So that's who this is. I'm getting that they're very envious and resentful of your forward movement as well, because you're going, and it's so crazy too, because the difference, right? Listen to this. The difference between you and this person, man or woman, you could be the divine feminine, divine masculine. Look, what does she have with her on this journey? Nothing but her naked self. That's it. Right? That's it. And she's going up the mountain. What does this man have? He's got clothes, he's got shoes, he's got hat, he's got luggage. Look at all the things that he has. Right? This is somebody that wants to take earthly things with them. They need earthly things. This could be a karmic earth sign. Right? Earthly things matter to them. Okay? Some more than others, so please don't. I'm not being prejudiced against earth signs. I love earth signs, right? I think they're great. When they're in their north node, right? But I feel like earth signs, their jealousy is more of when it comes to things, money, material, stability. That's where their jealousy comes from. All right? That's where their jealousy comes from. And it's so crazy because if they're in their south node, no matter what they have, they will always feel like, well, I want that too, right? So, and then with earth signs, or with fire signs, their jealousy comes from appearances, movements, goals, accomplishments, right? With air signs, their jealousy comes from knowledge, information, knowing, truth, lies, right? Now, if you have an air sign that lies, and you be telling the truth, that matters, okay? With water signs, I'm a water sign, our jealousy can come from like emotions, feelings, jealousy, obsessions, things like that, okay? That's where the jealousy comes from. Okay, so that's just side note. I do love being a Scorpio though. It's fun. Alright, let's move on. I'ma gear up and take you down. Okay, so that's what's going on, right? I just heard a name, but I'm not going to say it because I don't do names on my channel. But we have Great Fortune upright as a split the deck. That's where you're going. That's where you're heading. And this person wants to block that. They want to create chaos for you. Whoever this person is, too, because I've seen this person in my dreams, this is like a walking zombie, all right? They're dead on the inside. They're just roaming around, hoping to find some spark of life, some sort of whatever, all right? This is a walking zombie. And on top of that, they have no position, no rank, no money, no reputation, no accolades, right? How you gonna have a reputation when you got fired from your job? Let's say they're police officer. I'm just getting police officer heavy, okay? Let's say they're a police officer. How are you going to call yourself a police officer if you're not a police officer anymore? So that matters to them, right? And on top of that, this is something that they got fired for always being late or never showing up or always calling out or whatever the case it is, not doing their job. And now they're getting mad because they got fired. Oh, well, it's not my fault. Well, this is like a crybaby of a man. Oh my god. Oh, if there's one thing I truly dislike is a crybaby. But little babies are okay, obviously. But a grown adult, and why are you crying? For what? Why are you crying? Why are you complaining? All right. So what's the solution? That's one thing I don't like. Complainers. What's the solution? Right? Give me a solution. Hello. You're gonna sit there and complain and cry, complain and cry, complain and cry, like, ugh. My god, I can't stand hearing that stuff. I grew up, maybe that's why, because I grew up with a parental figure who was always crying and complaining and crying and always sick, and now I'm just like immune to that stuff, right? Like, I'm just like, oh, they're sick, okay. Right? It's just, it gets, I don't know, people just wear things out, okay? Alright, let me get 4 more. Sorry. Alright, okay, I'm serious now. We have concern. Okay. It came out on the fence, but I picked it up upright, so I'm going to leave it upright. Concern. Who's concerned? Privileged lady reverse. So there could be a karmic feminine in the background. Okay, that wants what you have, feels like they should have this, they deserve this, blah, 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 whatever. So this privileged lady could be the one that sent this fake police officer towards you, or is trying to send this fake police officer towards you to stop you and block you. I'm also getting, like, if you're driving somewhere and you're getting randomly pulled over, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? Don't answer that. Like, oh, because I was speeding. Don't answer like that. What you should answer is, no, I don't know why. Can you tell me why? Okay? And a lot of the times, if you answer like that, and they'll tell you, oh, I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. You can refute that. But if you outright like, oh, yeah, because I was, and you know you didn't do anything wrong, know your rights, okay? First of all, know your rights. All right? Nothing against the police officers, though. I'm really... Never mind. But, yeah, so this could be a privileged lady who's sending out this police officer, this fake police officer towards you, right? And they're doing it, too, because they're stuck. You have a privileged lady in reverse, this karmic feminine who is obviously not privileged. She doesn't have anything. And she's sending out a man who also doesn't have anything, doesn't have a reputation. So yeah, he feels some type of way. They both feel some type of way because you're out of hell. You're free. You could do whatever you want. You go wherever you want. So you got these two dummies over here like, well, that's not fair. We want freedom too. Are you doing anything to get your freedom? No. Also, this privileged lady in reverse, look at, she's all dressed up, right? She wants to take things with her. She wants materials as well. More sirens in the background. These are two people that really care about materials, earthly things, right? Money, wealth, status, gold, jewelry, house, cars, reputation, right? They care about those things. And I'm not saying those things aren't important, right? But have a roof, transportation, food, right? Keep it simple, keep it light. But they want the most, right? They want the most. This is someone who swore up and down they were going to be a police officer, or they want to be a police officer, or they want to be a cop, or they want to be a lawyer, or a firefighter, whatever it is, where they would have a position where it's something where people would be like, you know how when you see army guys or army women, military people, right, out in public, whether they're like wearing their Navy SEAL uniform or like the army uniform or whatever, and people are just like, thank you for your service, right? That's what this person wants. They want to be acknowledged like that. Like, they wear their firefighter uniform, and people would be like, oh, thank you for your service. Like, oh, they want that attention, but they don't have it, right? They don't have it. They want that. Reputation is very, very important to this official person in reverse, right? I feel like this privileged lady in reverse told them something, gave them an idea. Oh, right. What I was going to say about, so let's say if you get pulled over, right? It's just to delay you, to give you a ticket so you show up in court and blah, 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 blah. So it goes up on your record, and now because that ticket, it shows up on your, you get a point for that, and it's okay. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, right? And you know you're going the speed limit, or your lights are all intact, you're driving perfectly fine, your license is good, like, no, I don't know why you pulled me over, officer. You tell me. You're the one that did it. And then watch them stutter. Oh, well, okay, well, just drive safe. Have a good one. Keep going, right? I don't know why. You tell me. You're the one that did it. Right? So this is someone that wants to do something like that. It's something stupid to block you, right? To delay you. Alright, what's concern? Ooh, what's that? Unexpected income? Imprisonment. Ooh, that is so crazy. You're getting unexpected income, and these people are worried because they're about to go to jail. I love this reading. Yes, my love.
Necklace. No.
Hold on. Alright, so yeah, these people are worried because they're about to go to jail. They're about to get caught up. Oh, hold on, my phone's ringing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening. So they're worried because they're about to, or because they're in this weird hell imprisonment jail thing and they can't get out. And they're worried because they don't know how to get out. I think that's what it really is. They're worried because they swore up and down. This privileged lady in reverse swore up and down she had a plan to kind of like switch something, switch destiny, switch roles, whatever the case it is. She told this official person in reverse, right, this karmic masculine, all this karmic masculine had to do was block you, stop you, delay you, whatever, from your journey. And that didn't work. And now they're both in concern because it's like, well, how are we going to get out of hell? How are we going to do this? How are we going to get out? How are we going to, right? It's not because they're going into it. It's because they're already there and now they're concerned because they don't know how to get out of it. I think that's really what that is. This privileged lady in reverse, she made up this plan. It was her. She concocted this idea, this plan, this play plan, told this official person in reverse, and told him to use his status, his reputation, his badge, his whatever, to block you, okay? And of course that's not going to work because you don't even have the rank in the physical. So who are you to have authority in the spiritual? That's not going to happen. You're blocked. How are you going to block someone who is moving forward? You're blocked, right? You don't even have the authority to unblock yourself yet, because you still have a whole bunch of things to do, right? It's kind of like the example I used the other day, where a child is like asking their parent, can they go outside and play with their friends? And the parent is like, sure, but you have to do XYZ first. And the parent is complaining and crying, and they're hoping that all that complaining and crying, after, 3 hours of complaining and crying, can I go outside now? Did you do any of the chores that you're supposed to do? No. So then you can't go outside. There's something that these people have yet done. Thank you, my light just flickered. Have yet done on their end, which is why they're not. You can't go forward. You cannot pass go and collect $200. You still have a lot of things to take care of before you can do that. And they don't want to do that. Instead, they were just trying to. Well, let's just block the collective and then switch spots, right? It's kind of like a Monopoly board, right? You're over here and they're over here, and they're trying to like switch players, switch little characters. So like then, because you're like 2 steps away from collecting $200 pass and go, and they're all the way over here stuck in debt. Okay, so they're trying to switch it. They're trying to put you in their debt, and I don't think so. That's not happening. So now they're concerned and worried because they don't know how to get out of this. They're in this. They're in this hell. It's not that they're going into hell. They're already in hell. They don't know how to get out. They're trying to use you by blocking you to switch. That's not happening. I feel like these people are very heavy too. They're very, very heavy. They have a lot of baggage and debt and weight and ooh, bless me. A lot of baggage and weight and debt, okay, and ties that they have to break from before they can, like, who told you can, no? I'm getting the game Zathura. The movie Zathura. First of all, I love that movie. It's a really, really old movie. Okay, so in the movie Zathura, they were playing this game. And, in the game, when it's not your turn to go, it won't let you go. Okay? The little boy found a way to cheat in the game. And because he cheated, it kind of like caused like a massive, I think it was like a black hole that it created or something. I'm not sure. The movie is about space, okay? It's a really, really good game. Or movie. But it's because the game in the movie is called Zathura. Anyways, go watch it. It's a really good movie. Okay, but it's something like that. Like, it's not their turn to go, so they can't go. So they're trying to force it. And the more that they force it, the worse the outcome is for them. That's what I'm getting. That's how it was in the game. Okay, if it's not your turn, you can't go, and it'll tell you it's not your turn yet. All right, because I think one of the brother tried to go for his little brother. I think something happened. The little brother disappeared or something, and he tried to go, and it said it's not your turn. You can't go yet. Right. So yeah, so it's like these people are trying to do something, but it's not their turn. It's not their time yet. Right. It's not your time because you gotta get out of your own hell. You gotta figure things out. You gotta. Right? But they're still... Okay. Now, let me get 2 more. What time is it? We got gift in reverse and courtship in reverse. Yeah, there's 2 people. There's 2 people. It's a karmic couple who don't have anything. They don't have, wow, that sucks for them. That's crazy. That's, wow. They had a privileged lady in reverse and an official person in reverse. Yeah, there were 2 people that were doing this. Because they don't have anything. Right? And the greatest gift of all is like life. They can't even enjoy their own lives because they're in hell. Right? They don't have any compassion. They don't have any wisdom, any knowledge, any understanding, any empathy, any kindness. They don't have none of that. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't have tried to do this with you. Okay? But this is what they What's not fair? Why can't I have a gift? Where's my gift? Right? That's crazy. And I feel like it was a privileged lady in reverse who, it was her idea, I feel like. Because she wants to be a privileged lady. She wants to live in luxury. She wants to have status. She wants to be like a little socialite, you know, wants to be seen as like an elite, the VIP club. She wants to be seen as that, right? But she's not that. And there's a reason why. I don't know why the reason is, but she's not that. Otherwise, she would be a privileged lady upright. But she doesn't have that. She doesn't have that status, that recognition, that money, that, right? People just, it's, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, she wants automatic recognition, automatic respect. But who are you? Okay, who are you? You're mean and you're struggling and your desires are wicked and wrong. And it's just, oof. That's, you gotta. So yeah, it's this karmic couple, because they don't have anything. So she told him to try and block you, so that way they can find a way. This was like their best bet to get out of hell. Message upright. You're gonna get a message about this. Some sort of message. Ooh. Ooh, okay, so you could be the main female in this, right? You're about to get a message about someone's, it's like a confession. You're going to know about this too, alright? But I feel like you're going to get a message of more than one thing. One of those messages are about a love offer. Like someone's going to confess their feelings and emotions to you, okay? I don't know if this is good or bad, or if this is unrequited love, or whatever the case, or if this is mutual. But someone wants to give you love, and they want to give you things, okay? Message upright, lovers upright, unexpected income upright. They want to give this to you. They want to give you love and money, essentially, right? This is something that you know is going to happen with expectation and main female upright, so you know this is going to happen. Oof. There's a mature woman in your family whose health is not good. Right behind the main female, which is you, I feel like, whether you're the main male, main female, whatever. It doesn't matter about your age. But there's someone older. If you're a divine masculine, main male, there's a mature man older than you. Okay? If you're a main female, there's a mature female older than you whose health is not doing too good. Right? This is someone in your family. And whoever this mature woman, or if you're a mature man, right, they're karmic. They're watching, they're waiting for the moment that you receive this offer. They're waiting and watching. Okay? So whoever this mature man or mature woman is that wants to be the privileged lady so bad is in this karmic couple. They're watching. They're waiting to see when you receive this offer. And I'm repeating myself, but it's just, it helps me, right, organize my things. A lot of these cards are pretty good though. Yeah. They're watching and waiting because they know that you're going to be receiving a house. That could be part of it as well. And they know look, pathway came out upright. Right next to house. Okay? Pathway upright and then journey upright. Whatever darkness that you had to go through, you went through it. And now you have the light at the end of the tunnel, essentially. Right? The light at the top of the mountain. You had to go through a lot of darkness. I mean a lot of darkness. You went through your hell, essentially. Okay? And it was just you. You didn't take your backpack. You didn't take your clothes. You didn't take your luggage. You didn't take your dress. None of that. The thing is, like, when you're walking through your hell, everything gets burned up. All your materials, it gets burned up because it's fire. Right? There's no... You can't take it. You got to keep going through the fire and the flames. You got to keep going. And you did that. You went through some sort of dark night of the soul. This is heavy. You went through that. It's okay, baby. Just turn it down. And now you have the light at the end of the mountain or at the top of the mountain, whatever. Whatever these people tried to do, they couldn't do. Okay? I'm also getting that they were trying to do this while you were going through a dark night of the soul, right? So it's like every time they try to do some magic, you had already went up a mountain. You already went up a step. You already went up a step, right? So turn it down, please. Or turn your headphones on. So, that's that. Oh boy, oh boy.
They got charged.
Yeah, charge. Let me see.
I can hear. I just can.
I can hear it in here. Hold on. I hear it right here.
Huh?
The Fool, you get a new beginning. You get to start over. I feel like these people wanted this. They want to be able to have a new beginning and start over, but it had to be... They had to... I feel like a lot of this too is like you had to willingly choose to give up your position, your seat, your throne. And why would you do that? You're not... Okay, you're not doing that. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with that. Like, you had to willingly choose that. And you're not dumb. You're not doing that, right? I think I had a dream about that where I spoke about that where it was like someone wanted you to like give up the food on your plate and they just got done eating. But the dessert was only for like a certain amount of people and you were one of them. And they were mad because... And then they try to like bring up a mob to like get you to give them your dessert, your treat. And I was like, in the dream I was like, no. What? Crazy pants? Because they feel like it's not fair that you had this treat and they didn't. Three of Wands upright. I don't know what they thought they were looking at, but they thought... Well, they thought wrong, I'll tell you that. But they really planned on doing this. Could be an Aries. Or they swore... Oh, that's what it is. Because they swore they knew you. That's what it is. These two people, they swore they knew you up and down, which is why they were so sure of themselves. And they were so confident in doing this. Like, they swore they could do this. Switch with you. Right? You take their hell, you clear up their karma, because you did it for yourself. So what's another 2, 3, 4 karma debts that you know? I feel like because you did it for yourself, you cleared up your karmic debt. They were like, well... And I also think they were trying to make it so you wouldn't notice. Right? It's kind of like, let's give them more karmic debt, right? Which is theirs. Hoping that you wouldn't notice that you're done. Now all you have to do is be happy. But the, I don't know, the universe was like, no, you're done paying your dues. You're good. You're free now. You're good. You're no longer in perdition. You're fine. And I feel like that's concerning for these people because it's like, dang, how are we going to get out of this debt? But it's their debt. It's them. They have to deal with that. So they were really planning on trying to, like, switch with you or something like that. Three of Wands also represents nobility.
Oh, you're gonna go potty too.
I feel like they swore they knew who you were, but they didn't realize that they were like you were of noble blood, essentially. And that's probably why they felt like it was not fair, because they come from a karmic lineage, a tainted bloodline. Right? Well, that's not fair that they get to have blessings and freedom. Well, yeah, because they cleared up the karmic debt that was accumulated by their family lineage. Right? And if you feel some type of way, why don't you do the same with your family lineage? Clean it up. Right? Filter out all the bad stuff. Clean it up. They don't want to do that. That's why it's not justified. Whatever they were trying to do, it's not justified. These are people that get mad because when you break generational curses in your bloodline and you get to be living free and having blessings and blah, 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 blah. And they've done nothing. What do you mean that's not fair? Have you done anything? Did you do your chores? 5445. Did you do what you were supposed to do? No? Okay, so what? Why are you complaining? What's the solution? Because you can't steal, you can't take, you can't rob, you can't covet, you can't switch. So what's your solution for you? Right? Stop complaining and get to work. They don't want to do that, so I don't know what to tell you. They really thought they would be able to get this. They swear. I don't know why, who told them, but they swore up and down this would help them move past to better horizons, right? Maybe move from one shack to a mansion or one state to another state without any fuss or mess or whatever. They swore this was the way to go for them to be able to achieve success and move past the horizon. They swore this was like their biggest, brightest idea. But joke's on them because you saw them. You saw what they were doing. This King of Wands has been coming out a little too much lately, and I'm getting irritated. So the King of Wands on the fence came out. That could be the fake official person in reverse as part of this courtship. Alright. So now this King of Wands, thank you. My light's just flickered. So now this King of Wands, they're arguing with this privileged lady in reverse. You said, no, you said, right? Now they're arguing because, well, you said this would be the way. You said I could get this. You said I could do that. You said, well, you thought wrong. So maybe this reading isn't necessary because in my mind, I feel like it's common sense, but common sense is not so common. I just said that earlier, right? But I do feel like this King of Wands and on the fence is this official person in reverse, right? They swore, I don't know, somebody, the privileged lady in reverse told this King of Wands this was a sure way. Like, this was for sure. No, this is it. This is, like, I don't know why. But he's the dummy, too, to believe her. So, I don't know, but. So now he's arguing with her. They're arguing. You said this would be the way we could move forward and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you know what, to be honest with you, too? I don't feel like this King of Wands, I think he went along with this, not to move on with the privileged lady in reverse, but to move on by himself. Right? I think he was just going along with this plan because she was ensuring him freedom. But in her mind, it's freedom together. We move on together. But in his mind, he hears freedom. Oh, I have freedom? I can... Right? It's not... In his mind, his freedom is his freedom. It's not me and you. Okay? So... That's just a little side note, okay? Because they're arguing right now. They're not. This King of Wands is PO'd. He's really PISSED with this privileged lady in reverse because she tried to sell him an illusion, right? And he was only going with it because in his mind he has freedom. He could do whatever. He can get out of his HE double hell. Wait, hockey sticks. And it's because she's right there, so I don't want to do too much, you know. It's okay, baby. You can try again.
But the rest want to swim.
But try again. Alright, so those are all little side notes of what's going on between the two of them. He's also mad because he wasn't expecting this to not work. I don't know, this dummy of a woman told this idiot of a man this was a for sure way, like this would work, like she like ingrained that idea, that thought into him, and he's mad because it didn't work and they're arguing and he doesn't have the freedom, right? She could be acting confused as well. Well, I don't know why. And he's getting mad because he's like, you had all the plans, you had all the ideas, and now all of a sudden you don't know what's going on. You don't know why. You telling me this was your idea. You telling me you couldn't see the flaw as to why this didn't work out. You don't know why. You're supposed to be the mastermind. All right. This King of Wands is ready to put hands and feet on this privileged lady in reverse. Right. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but that's not my business. Okay. So that's that. Let us move on.
I gave you.
Temperance, upright, yeah. Could be a Sagittarius involved. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A lot of fire energy, actually. Wow. Wow. I feel like someone's desire, someone's deep desire. They were burning with a deep desire that was so unjustified, so twisted, so off-putting that God was like, that's what you want? Are you gonna risk my baby? No. I don't think so. That's not happening. I feel like one of the reasons why this concern is hitting hard is because I think this King of Wands on the fence could be realizing, like, yo, we just messed up. We did something really bad. Alright? But the fact that they're realizing that, that's good, because once that realization hits, then they can move on to, like, shame and guilt, and then acceptance, and then, you know, what is it, like what is it, in AA, I think it's in AA, where they have to do, like, those 7 steps of, like, forgiveness and acceptance, and then apologizing and things like that, right? So I feel like this King of Wands, first of all, the privileged lady in reverse, she's hiding. I'll tell you that right now, okay? She's hiding. She doesn't want to be seen that she had a hand, that she did this, that it was her idea, that she did that. She's hiding because she doesn't want to be seen or known. She's hiding. But this King of Wands, he's about to make something public. He's about to make something known. He's about to be like, yeah, it was blah, blah, blah. Because if I'm getting caught up, you're getting caught up with me. All right? Because he's mad. But, and also he's realizing that there's nothing that can be done about their own personal hells. If you want to get out of your own personal hells, you can't trick, you can't bribe, you can't switch. You have to work through it. You have to go through the dark night of the soul, just like this person did. All right? Look, do you see any blockages on that path? No. No, you don't. Okay? So, this King of Wands on the fence is realizing a lot of things, and he's even arguing with this privileged lady in reverse. All right? Because he's like, you promised me movement. You said you saw what was beyond, what we could get. You telling me this is not happening? He's mad. He is mad. But he's also an idiot, because I feel like that's a problem with not all fire signs. But I feel like that's the problem with the King of Wands. And they're more action. They don't stop and think. That's your problem. Did you stop and think? No? You just went along? Well, there you go. Maybe this will be a lesson, and, you know, maybe you'll learn this. Right? If someone tells you something and it doesn't feel right, think about it. Right? Try to use some of that air energy. Try to use your logics a little bit. Right? Stop trying to be on the go, do. Right? That's the nature of a King of Wands, Queen of Wands. But, like, come on. Like, think about it for a second. All right? Oh, my goodness. Tower upright. Yeah. Something's changing. Okay. This is whatever towers that they try to build off of your back has come crumbling down. Nobody was expecting this either. Nobody was expecting any of this. And you got a lot of people that are mad because they swore. I don't know who thinks like that. They swore they can, like, have your freedom. I told you, you can't, as a human, alright? As a human, you cannot be in, like, unless you're, like, a judge, alright? You cannot have a say in who can leave and go from hell. You don't have that authority. Okay? That's not your job. Okay? Yo, people are realizing a lot of things. And I do feel like it's this King of Wands. And one of the things that this King of Wands is not doing is moving. One, because they can't. And two, because they're, like, sitting back and realizing a bunch of things. They're like, wait a minute. Right? I'm hearing finally. But that perfect lady in reverse, she's hiding. There's a lot of chaos energy. I feel like they were throwing a lot of chaos energy at you. Right? That privileged lady in reverse could still be the one trying to throw chaos energy at you. She's hiding while she's doing it. And this King of Wands in reverse, or on the fence, he's like trying to take a second look at things, okay? He's having some sort of realization, reality check. Because he's like, wait a minute. Something is not right. He feels it. But I don't know if he's like aware enough to do something about it. I don't know. We'll see. Ace of Wands reverse. Jesus Christ. Jeez. They were supposed to cause Hold on. Oh, I like the colors.
This will be pink.
It's gonna be pink. I like the pink. Yeah, because this King of Wands is realizing that they're blocked. It's so crazy because they were trying to block you and cause delays for you, confuse you, and now this is their energy. They don't know what just happened with this Tower card. They don't know what just happened. They don't understand. And also, I'm feeling like they're not getting it why they're delayed, or they feel like they're delayed. Alright, I'm gonna close the reading because I'm getting tired of this reading. I don't know. This is exhausting. How are you not exhausted? They are actually now. I'm also hearing somebody yell, like, we keep doing that, it's not working. It's not working. And we keep doing it, it's not working. I feel like it's the King of Wands on the fence. Like, he's like giving up. Or not giving up, but like he's questioning, like, if it's like if you said this was what needed to be done, we're doing it, it's not working, why are we still doing it? Like, we're just blocking ourselves. Like, why are we doing something that's not doing anything to the collective? What's the point? So they're arguing, they're getting mad, and I feel like they're trying to argue with the privileged lady, but this privileged lady in reverse, she keeps like ducking and dodging. Like, she's really good at ducking and dodging, like avoiding something. She's avoiding something. Avoiding accountability, responsibility, avoiding to be seen. She's ducking and dodging this King of Wands. Because she knows, like, this King of Wands knows. So she's hiding. Alright, let me get like 2 more macros reading. I feel like she's avoiding accountability because everything that she did just ensured that they would stay blocked. And she doesn't want to be seen as like a fool. Alright? She swore that this would bring balance and peace to them, but it's not. They're blocked. She swore that they could like start or have a new beginning or whatever, as long as like they built it on your back and started over. Ace of Cups reversed. There's no love between the two of them. There's no love between them. There's nothing of abundance between the two of them. There's no love between the two of them. There's no understanding. There's no union. There's no harmony. There's no growth, right? They only had one goal, which is to be free, move on, right? There's like 2 people who teamed up together to steal from one person. They don't care about each other. They don't like each other. They don't love each other, right? They tolerate each other for the sake of the one goal, the one purpose, to steal from you. And that didn't work. And now this King of Wands is mad because he's like, you swore up and down. And now she's ducking and dodging from him. And it's so funny because you're just here by yourself, walking up the mountain, minding your own business, right? And all of this chaos is happening around you, right? All of this chaos is happening around you, and it's not touching you, right? It's not touching you. But I feel like because of that privileged lady in reverse, she's hiding in the background. She's about to do something physically, okay? Physically. Because she can't do anything spiritually. She can't manifest anything. So she's going to do something physically. And if this is a Queen of Wands, she's going to try and put hands and feet or trying to get into an argument or trying to get in a fight with you. Don't. And I'm getting about CCTV cameras. Alright? So, now if she throws the first hit, if she throws the first punch, then, let your hands guide you, right? In the name of the Most High God, right? Layeth those hands upon thine enemy, But if they do that first to you, okay? Okay? But I do feel like she wants you to do that first, but don't. Alright? Even if that means you're going to have to walk away or you're going to sit there and whatever it is, don't do it first. Alright? But I will tell you this person's going to get mad after where they're just going to like, whatever, I don't care. They're just going to put hands on you first. Then, layeth thine hands upon thine enemy. Okay? I don't think that's anything. I really don't think that's a scripture in the Bible at all, by the way. Okay? So, I actually think it's funny. Alright. Last card. Ooh, the Lovers. Upright. Yeah. I feel like you're very balanced within yourself. You're very motivated. You're inspired. You're going towards what you're going towards. You have proper movement. You're taking proper action. I do think for a lot of you, without knowing, you're going into a new love connection, a new partnership. Because I did see in Kipper deck, it was the Lovers, unexpected income, okay? And then it was expected. Alright, so your spirit might know this. Okay, but you might not be aware because you're just trying to heal and go forth and go on and blah, 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 and all the other stuff, right? So that's good. So anyways, this is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.